The crisp March morning of 2025 broke gently over Willow Creek, a sleepy town nestled in the rolling hills of eastern Tennessee. At the edge of town, Reed Ranch sprawled across acres of wild meadow, its weathered cedar gate a quiet sentinel of a family's legacy. Jalen Brooks, 50, a federal judge known for his steady hand in court, rumbled up the gravel drive in his battered 1992 Chevy pickup, coffee steaming in the cup holder, a Hank Williams tune crackling through the radio. The air was sharp, promising a quiet weekend fixing the old barn as sanctuary from the courtroom's weight. But as he neared the gate, he spotted her, Sharon Caldwell, the 55-year-old HOA president of the neighboring Magnolia Grove subdivision, crouched with a ruler, measuring his grass like it was a crime scene. "Morning, Sharon," Jalen called, keeping his tone even as he rolled down the window. She spun, her blonde bob glinting, her pristine yoga outfit absurd against the rural dust. "Don't you dare morning me, Marcus Reed," she shrieked, brandishing the ruler. "This grass is 3 inches tall. HOA rules cap it at 2. Jalen sipped his coffee, letting the silence stretch. "Sharon, my ranch isn't in your HOA. This land predates Magnolia Grove by 50 years. Her face flushed, nails flashing red. "Your eyesore's tanking our property values. That rusty gate, that junker truck, your sagging fence, it's a disgrace." She whipped out her phone, live streaming. "Folks, I'm at a blight on our community. This vagrant refuses standards. Look at this grass." Phones glinted from nearby yards, neighbors recording the brewing storm. Jalen stepped from his truck, boots crunching gravel, his calm a shield honed over decades on the bench. "Sharon, I need to get to my property. Move aside." She planted herself, defiant. "Not until you comply." Then she dialed 911, smirking. "Yes, a suspicious man's forcing entry. He's aggressive, driving a beat-up truck. Possibly dangerous." Jalen crossed his arms, watching the absurdity unfold. Within 10 minutes, Deputy Nate Harper, a familiar face from past Sharon complaints, pulled up, stifling a sigh. "What's this, Jalen?" Sharon launched into a tirade about neighborhood degradation. Jalen waited, then spoke. "Nate, I'm accessing my ranch. She's blocking me." Nate checked Jalen's ID, eyebrows lifting. "Judge Reed, sorry for the trouble. Ma'am, he owns this land. Step aside." Sharon's jaw dropped. "Judge? Look at him. That truck." But she moved, still filming, shouting, "This isn't over, Reed." Her live stream, already viral, buzzed with comments. HOA Karen strikes again. That afternoon, Jalen's phone buzzed with HOA emails from Sharon, blasting him as a menace for his lawless grass. She demanded a $400 fine and called an emergency meeting to curb Marcus Reed's threat. By evening, neighbors shunned him at the feed store, Sharon's poison spreading. Nate texted, "She's hounding City Hall, claiming you're a squatter." Jalen's gut tightened. Sharon had griped about his unkempt ranch before, but this was war. An hour later, a certified letter arrived, an HOA violation notice, citing public disturbance and failure to maintain standards. Jalen crumpled it, staring at his gate, still rusty, still his. He pulled a legal pad, scrawling Caldwell v. Reed, evidence log, and called his assistant, Clara Monroe. "Clara, clear Monday. We've got work." He smoothed the fine, marking it Exhibit A. "You want to fight, Sharon?" he muttered. "I'm just warming up." Monday dawned with Sharon's next salvo. Clara called, voice tense. "Boss, she's called an HOA meeting tonight to annex your ranch for community standards." Jalen set his mug down, jaw tight. That evening, he sat in the community center's back row, the room packed with 60 residents, most puzzled by the drama. Sharon stood at the podium, her PowerPoint vilifying Jalen's ranch. "This blight greets every visitor," she declared, flashing a photo of his gate. "Rusty, neglected, a 1992 truck leaking oil." Neighbor Ellen Hayes raised a hand. "Sharon, isn't his land outside our HOA?" Sharon's smile sharpened. "For now, I propose extending our covenants to adjacent properties for our image." She showed a mock-up of Jalen's gate painted white, drawing murmurs. The meeting ended without a vote, some residents wary of her overreach, but tension simmered. Tuesday brought an anonymous letter under Jalen's door. HOA letterhead stark. "Comply, paint the gate, fix the fence, ditch the trucker, face consequences." Jalen showed it to Clara, who frowned. Criminal threat, but pinning it on Sharon's tough. Ellen knocked, nervous. Judge, Sharon's spreading lies, saying you're shady, maybe illegal, all over your grass and truck. Jalen leaned back. Has she targeted you, Ellen? Her laugh was bitter. Find me $250 for wrong tulips. Said they clashed with the aesthetic. Harassed me until I replanted. She handed over email Sharon's threats, inspections, fines. I kept everything. She scares us all. Wednesday, Jalen arrived to find a landscaping crew mowing his meadow, wildflowers shredded. HOA order, the foreman said, showing paperwork with Sharon's signature. Trespassing, Jalen snapped, sending them packing. Thursday's mail brought a $600 landscaping bill, Sharon's note, payment due. Noncompliance incurs more. Clara's discovery shifted the game. Jalen, I found HOA records. Edith Conway, treasurer, died in 2020, but her signatures on documents through last week, approving $52,000 to Sharon's brother's landscaping firm. Jalen's pulse quickened forgery. That evening, Sharon posted online, tagging Jalen. Some neighbors think they're above rules. Time for city enforcement. Comments split, but one stood out. That's Judge Reed's ranch. He's lived there longer than your HOA. Friday, Sharon escalated with a 7 a.m. megaphone march, chanting 2 inches maximum, with a dozen sign-wielding followers. Neon graffiti hic, leave, marred Jalen's gate. Nate arrived, exasperated. Noise complaint, Jalen. Ellen confronted Sharon. You find me for tulips, now this? A teen flashed his phone. Got footage MS. Caldwell. You told that guy to spray paint. Sharon paled, but snapped, lies. The crowd thinned, her grip slipping. Saturday's HOA meeting was electric, rumors of Jalen's evidence drawing a crowd. He sat up front, briefcase ready, as Sharon strutted to the podium. I addressed the $52,000 elephant. Jalen stood, voice cutting through. Edith Conway died in 2020, yet her signature approves your brother's payments. Whispers erupted. Ellen clutched her bag, nodding. Jalen held up documents. 3 years of forgery, $52,000 embezzled, threats, fake fines. Sharon sputtered. Lies, but Jalen distributed evidence bank records, forged signatures, Ellen's recordings of Sharon's threats. You tried annexing my ranch illegally, he said. Residents roared stories of Sharon's fines, harassment, poured out. Board member Laura Walsh demanded originals. Sharon's rage broke. I handled it all. Signatures, fines, she shrieked, stopping cold. Laura's voice was steel. You admit forgery? Silence fell, a teen muttering, she's done. Sharon stormed out, vowing, this isn't over, Reed. That night, Clara called. Sharon's suing you for defamation, claiming you faked the documents. But she CC'd me on an email to her tech guy $18,000 for forged bank statements to frame you for bribery. Monday, the city scheduled a property inspection, Sharon arriving with a concerned citizens group, signs decrying Jalen's blight. Inspector Carl Vance, unimpressed, reviewed Jalen's folder Conway's death certificate, the forged complaint. No violations, Judge Reed, he said. MS. Caldwell, filing false reports is serious. Sharon screamed, he's framing me. I have video. Her deep-fake Jalen, bribing. Carl was laughable, time-stamped when Jalen was in court, 400 witnesses confirming. Carl sighed. Get a lawyer, ma'am. Sharon's next email accused Jalen of bribing officials, attaching an AI-generated audio of him discussing deals. Clara traced it to a $4,000 payment to a film student. The judicial board dismissed her bribery claims, citing her email gaffe. Tuesday, Sharon's tech contact, arrested on fraud, flipped, handing over emails, files, and payment proof. Wednesday, Sharon was arrested wire fraud, conspiracy, forgery, evidence tampering. In court, Ellen's recording played, Sharon boasting of framing Jalen, threatening neighbors, planning to plant drugs in his truck. I crushed bigger men, she sneered. The jury gasped, her lawyer wincing. Sharon's testimony unraveled under cross-examination. Reed's ranch ruined my vision, she screamed, admitting fraud. Guilty on all counts, she got 7 years and $200,000 restitution. Sharon's arrest dissolved the HOA, Laura leading a new community council. Jalen's reputation mended, neighbors apologized, and he painted his gate not for Sharon, but for renewal. At a barbecue, Nate raised a whiskey. To peace. But a USB drive appeared at Jalen's gate. Note scrawled, "Not over, Reed." Jalen pocketed it, wary. A suit from Apex Realty approached. "Mr. Brooks, your land's prime. Name a price." Jalen's phone buzzed. "Next phase, 3 minutes. My land's not for sale," he growled, the man retreating. Jalen gripped his wife's photo. "My fight," he vowed, grass swaying wild under a C-130's distant hum. Was Jalen's evidence drop justice or overkill? Should Sharon's sentence be lighter for desperation or harsher for malice? Can Willow Creek stay free, or is Apex's phase unstoppable? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for stories that demand your stand.